Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Lynn Carey, and I am just here to just touch base on what happened this week. It was such a letdown watching Joe Biden get inaugurated. I know that was a fake inauguration, and I know I was warned that that was going to happen so that the military can take over and do what it has to do. But this waiting is brutal. And if I didn't think there was a plan in place, I would be trying to think of a plan, because if you watched that inauguration at all, which I only watched it through a YouTube channel where we had people who were awake commenting on it and it was hilarious. Otherwise, I don't think I could have stomached watching it. But if you saw all those people there, including the entertainers, that some of them I actually enjoyed their music and I can never listen to them again, but they're all criminals. And it's really left an impression on me reading this Cathy O'Brien's book, Transformation of America, which was written in the mid-90s about her abuse as a slave for like 30 years for the CIA and their MK Ultra mind control. And we have had pedophilic, satanic people since I was born in presidency. And that started, she was first abused by Gerald Ford, who was the president in the 70s. And that's when I was born. All the way up, even including Reagan. I thought Reagan was clean. He was one of the abusers. And these people were implementing a new world order since the beginning. That's why they wanted open borders. They were running drugs, and not just drugs. They were running people and children, enslaving them, abusing them. I mean, I don't even know how this woman survived. And this is what's been controlling our world. It's infiltrated our churches. It's infiltrated our school systems. They called it global education, numbing us out in every chance they get. They're numbing us out with the medicine, with the medical world, because Big Pharma runs it. There's nothing to do with healing. I mean, I woke up to the abuses of the medical system 25 years ago because they almost killed me with an unnecessary surgery and then drugs to cope with the pain after. And my health was just deteriorating in my teens. And if I didn't learn to heal myself, I guess if you were never made to do that, I would have maybe been stuck in that world still. But I knew they didn't know about healing. But they took over the medical world. They took over our food and our water. Why is it so expensive to buy organic? Why is that such a thing? They've processed everything. Then the final is they took over the media and the news, and it's ultra mind control. And, I've spent since when I woke up, because I was miserable before, because I thought if this is what life is, when I was in the mainstream world, especially school, I went to 12 years of Catholic school, God help me, which taught me nothing for the real world. If I didn't wake up, like I wanted to die because I didn't want to keep going through this. But when I understood the truth is simple, the truth is freeing, the truth is empowering, inspiring, uplifting, it's transformative. And I realized that's the state that Cathy O'Brien, she found her grace state. And I found my grace state. And I knew in that grace state, that's where you feel God. And I don't even like the word, you could call it God, source. I think religion has bastardized so much and divided us, even calling it, if you're people claiming to be Christian. I just think we need to, trust in a higher power. That's good. The universal wisdom, universal intelligence, and it flows in us. And we have that ability, just like Jesus did. He was an example of what we all can do. I don't think he wanted us worshiping him. I think he wanted us to know that we had the power to heal ourselves, the power to create our best lives. And so on the 25-year journey, after I reached the grace state, after I learned how to heal myself, I had all these amazing experiences. And I would talk to people, and people didn't want to know about healing themselves. They wanted the quick fix. People didn't want to know about getting their money in order. They just wanted to keep working at a mindless job and make paycheck to paycheck and not have a plan for the future because they're lazy. Or they didn't want to work on themselves. They didn't want to go to the dark places within themselves because they were afraid. But I'm like, if you go into the darkness, you find so much light and you're free. And once you break down these limitations, you are free. And that's what we all, and I realized, and I thought everybody has to wake up at their own time. But when I realized what we're going through in a global scale, the consciousness is finally shifting. We all have to take responsibility for our energy in the world. We all have to work on ourselves to become our best. That's how we cannot sit back and do nothing. We have to work on becoming the best who we were meant to be, following our dreams, facing those issues that are too hard to face, even clearing out toxic relationships that are in your life, even if they're your family. You have to move on because they will hold you down. Learning to heal yourself. Stop depending on the drugs. Stop depending on the doctor to tell you. Even when you get body work, like that's a great place to start when you start getting body work like chiropractic or massage, all those things. But eventually you need to learn how to control your own energy. You have to do it because you're still depending on someone else to do it for you. That's a great way to start getting in tune, but you have to start doing it yourself. And once you remove those fears and you start appreciating, you start making lists of things to be grateful for, start switching your mindset to looking at the positive side and the opportunity and saying yes to life. Following your inspiration, following your hunches, learn to listen to them more every day. Turn off the TV, turn off the media, the news at least. You know, maybe find positive things to watch, but it's really limited what's on the mainstream TV. So I just think, like I said, I do believe there's a plan in place, and I think we're going to get our republic back. I believe Biden will be arrested and all of those criminals, they should be. I mean, they're horrendous They're monsters. Criminal's not even the right word for these people who have been ruling our world, a pedophilic, satanic cult. It's just unbelievable. And I guess if we didn't get locked down, I was open to the idea, but I didn't want to dwell on it. But now I'm facing it because I feel imprisoned between the mask thing. I mean, just the fact that there is a sea of masks when you go outside, that's hypnosis. That just shows there are people who are brainwashed, have no idea to think for themselves. And that's not okay. And I feel that when I speak up or I don't wear the mask, I look crazy. That's how Nazism happened. That's how the concentration camps happened. And do you know how close we were to that happening in this lifetime? So I am not going to accept people not doing their best to change their life, to working on themselves. We all have to take responsibility for ourselves, and we all have to do our part in speaking up and doing what we have to get our world back. So I'm going to leave you with that. Think of things that you can do to better your life. What are some steps that you can take? Just by starting to even just train your mind to look for the blessings in your life and start saying yes to opportunities that come your way. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys will have a great day.